Next, we're proud to welcome Senator Jim Abeler, who has been representing this area for over 20 years, 2 decades. 20 decades it feels like, I bet. So first in the House, and then now in the Senate. A lifelong Anoka resident, local business owner, and community builder, Senator Abeler has been a driving force behind many local improvements. He co-authored key legislation that brought millions in funding to the Highway 10 corridor, and his ability to work across the aisle helped turn his long-standing need into a reality. Please join me in welcoming Senator Jim Abeler.
I was going to get quicker, but he kept on going. My mom loves those kind of things, so if you can get me the video of that, she'll get a kick out of it. So hi, Mom. I wish John were here. I wish Melissa were here. And I think if nothing else, it just reminds us of our mortality, and we have today, and we have a sovereign God, and community is really important. So just, sorry, I got the wrong thing there, but it's, Denise Dietrich in the past was also part of our little coalition, and Kathy Tingelstad. We were like 4 musketeer people looking after this on the legislative side. And so we come to these, so just to remind you about them. And very brave, the 3 of them as well, overrides and some of that stuff. So I've been to a bunch of these things, and I'm honored to get to talk, looking at the room. And sometimes you go to these things, and the guys up there are going, hey, did you see what I got done? Like, this is like so amazing, and I hope you're all enjoying the day and the freeway and all that. But then it occurred to me before I give that speech, I saw Dan Hart, Dennis Berg, and other people in the room who might have had something to do with that. And I just want to remind people before he comes up that Jim Dale wrote a letter in 1983 or 1984, one of the few Jim Dale letters that actually didn't work. They seem to be pretty effective these days, and leaders like that. But would you do me a favor? If you had a hand in this project all the way from the 3rd lane all the way to the end of Armstrong, would you please stand up? Don't be shy. Just stand up. I want, that would be like you get on your feet and move your chair away. And this guy, you'd had a hand in this. Just if you were part of the councils, part of the NINDOT, I guess it wasn't just me after all. Anyway, you can sit down. And I wish, thank you. On the Armstrong thing, there were like 10 funding streams altogether. And so if you haven't read the paper lately, I would suggest you don't start. But I think in a world where people are looking for hope, where they're hoping that we can actually find a way to collaborate, solve problems, big problems. When I got elected, it wasn't even on the list of the 20-year or 50-year plan. Not that I did that either, somebody here did that. So there is evidence of good life in our great country and in our great state. If you need evidence, look around. Look at the 50 people who are here who had something to do with this, and many of them aren't even here. And that inspires me. It inspires me to continue working. I hope it inspires you to keep faith in all the jurisdictions and all the projects, and actually keep your eye on the prize. Because the prize is a good life for the people of our cities, our counties, our state, and the country. Protected by the veterans who, in many cases, have given all, protected by the EMS and the sheriff and the police that are here, working together. And I think that's the hope we all want. And I think if you don't want to tell anybody a story about something that went right, have them look at the timeline. And so I'm honored just to be here. So God bless you all for what you did, and please keep it on. Thank you very much.